Hello, everybody.
Good evening, everybody. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, starting the master class. What we're doing is, as planned, at 4:15 we are going to have the breakout sessions. I'll be enabling the breakout rooms. So everybody knows the rules and regulations in the breakout rooms. So between 4:15 p.m. and 4:29 p.m. we are going to have breakout rooms. So in the breakout rooms, I request everybody to get involved, not and requesting everybody to keep your camera on so that others can see you, you can see them, and please connect to everybody. So my request to everybody is a beautiful opportunity to make friendship with a new Rotarian every week. So let us take advantage of this tool and ensure that we are all connected to a new Rotarian. So I'm enabling the breakout room in a minute.
Narendraji, but a lot of Rotarians don't respond at all in breakout
Unfortunately,
room.
now there's something which we cannot push anybody. So, but we are requesting everybody to be part of that. You know, it will be fun. So I'm making smaller rooms. My request to everybody, please be part of it.
बैग तो
पीछे टांग बस दे दे उसको बंद कर दी 3 घंटे उसको फटाफट पकड़ के ड्यूटी में होंगे वो खाना खाया तो दोपहर को दोबारा फिर भूख लगी है तो सर साउंड ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
No, no, no.
Anshumanji, good evening. We can start. We have Gurjit, Prabir, I could see, of course, you.
Good evening, Narendra Raoji and Anshumanda. Good evening.
Good evening, Narendra sir.
Good evening. Good evening. I'm muting everybody, so we are starting the session in next
Vinodji, good evening.
evening.
Yes, good afternoon, my friends. Welcome to this episode of Masterclass. Those who are regular to this Masterclass, you must have noticed that apart from what is there in the website and the app, we are trying to include some relevant Rotary-related topics for the benefit of all Rotarians. Last week, it was a grand success. We had, for the first time probably in our platform, we discussed about the nitty-gritty of the global grant, and an experienced Rotarian from Mumbai who did hands-on global grant. He explained all the nitty-gritties and we took the questions also, and more than 300 Rotarians across India, they have joined. So today, we are also having a topic very close to our heart. Every Rotarian, we feel proud that we are a member of this global organization. At the same time, we also feel that we must not only invite new members, but also do something so that we can retain them, we can engage them. From our experience, we have found that getting new member is not that difficult. Even the statistics says that every year Rotary gets a lot of new members, especially in South Asia zone and more specifically in Indian subcontinent. But on the next 1st July, when we see our data bank, we find that we have lost a sizable number of members from our kitty. And this happens, my dear friend, every year. So those of us we discuss regularly on membership issues, we are of the opinion that retaining the member is greater challenge than inviting or getting members. So that's why we thought that let us have a session dedicated on membership, more specifically on retention of members. I was told that in recently concluded International Assembly, where all the incoming district governors had their rigorous training, the incoming president of Rotary International, Mario, in his several speeches, mostly emphasizes on membership, on retaining membership, on getting membership, on engaging membership. And today, we have amongst us one of our very own, the zonal coordinator of our Rotary India or Rotary 4567 zone website and app, past district governor Gurjit Singh Seko, who is the in charge of zone 4. Incidentally, he was also the international training leader this year at Orlando, where he got the opportunity to train the incoming district governor. Before that, he was the Rotary coordinator looking after membership for all the zones, all the districts of zone 4 for 3 years consecutively. And he was one of the best in the entire world as the RC. Even last week, I mentioned that even today, on any membership related data, document, and any information, we largely depend on bank on past district governor Gurjit Singh Seko. So we are very happy that Gurjit has agreed to share his experience and expertise and discuss with all of us about the nitty-gritty of membership and the tips on retaining members to our club. So welcome, Gurjit. Thank you very much for agreeing to be with us. You are always a part of us, and almost on every masterclass you are there. But as a facilitator or discussion leader, we are very happy that today you have agreed to be with us. We are also having our another general coordinator from Zone 6.
We have both Prabir as well as Nagendra Prasad.
Oh, very good. So, past district governor Prabir Chatterjee of Zone 6 and past district governor Nagendra Prasad of District 3192, who is the in charge of Zone 7. So, we are so very happy. Almost the entire team of our platform is here in this master class. So, if Prabir and Nagendra ji wants to share something on membership, and then we will request Gurjit to start his presentation. Prabir, anything to add?
Thank you very much, Anshumanda. And it's an absolutely, I welcome Gurjit ji, because we know very well that he is a master of membership, and we also learned a lot from him. But before everything, I always believe, why do we retention? Why do we need retention? Because we always believe, we always say, I myself always say, Rotary is our family. Now, isn't it a concern that my family member is leaving me? So that I think we need to change ourselves, that we can retain our members. That means we can retain my family members. I think today Gurjit ji will enlighten us with all these aspects, because there are many aspects why members are leaving and rejoining. Getting new members is very easy. And I always say, getting anything is very easy. Maintaining everything is very difficult. Maintaining everything is very difficult. So, Gurjit ji, it is your platform. Let us hear from Gurjit ji. Thank you, Narendra and Anshumanda, for giving us the opportunity for these various subjects. Because this is also Rotary. It is not only the technical part, but this part cannot be left behind in the Rotary fraternity. Thank you, because I always believe, I always say, in membership, you have to engage the members. You have to mentor the members properly, because somebody must have invited the member. Why the member is leaving? So, Gurjit ji, now it's up to you. We are there to listen. Thank you so much.
Naren, please also highlight past Governor Nagendra Prasad ji, our general
His
coordinator.
camera is off and I'm trying to unmute him. Not happening. Maybe some problem with his system. I'm trying to unmute him and call him also. So I think we'll do that in between.
No
So
problem.
we can start with this.
So, other than what I have said, do we need to formally introduce Gurjit? What do you feel?
No, 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 not at all, not at all.
और नहीं चाहिए, गुरजीत जी
नहीं,
ज्यादा ज्यादा हो जाएगा, इतना
Okay.
ज्यादा हो
काफी है,
जाए
गुरजीत जी बताएंगे.
नहीं नहीं not required, not
Yeah.
required.
Okay. So, thank you, Gurjit. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Anshuman ji and Parveer, for all the kind words you said about me. Rotary being the inner topmost internal priority of Rotary and absolutely critical to our existence, survival, and growth. So we need to focus. And why do we need to focus more than ever before? That as Anshuman ji mentioned, that in earlier years, whatever we gained, we kind of lost on 1st July. But in the last 2-3 years, we have whatever we have gained, we have lost more than that at the end of the year. And we've had negative growth. And we used to talk about 1.2 million. Now we are below 1.2 million. So that is why it is most critical. Though I must say that in our zones we are still growing. Though for the first time last year, two of our zones were in negative. That's happened for the first time, and I've been associated with the membership for 6 years directly, and thereafter I've been in touch. Naren, can you give me the sharing rights so that I can show the presentation?
You can do it.
Okay.
And another great news, past Governor Gurjit has been appointed as the Rotary International Membership Committee for the next 3 years, starting from 1st July 2025. So again, congratulations, Gurjit. So your dedication has been paid off. So even Rotary International has recognized you as an international leader now on membership. Yeah.
Thank you, Anshuman ji. It's a tough time
Yes.
to get into this kind of a role, but I think we all need to put our heads together, and I'm sure we can find out solution. Uh, Today's session is primarily on retention, and we are not talking about formation of new clubs or anything. We are only talking about retention, and retention first, growth follows. And I imagine if we could retain only 50% of, we could plug our leakages by 50%, we would every year in India alone grow by 20,000, where we are growing on an average of 4 to 5,000, we would grow by 20,000. So that is the sort of figures we could look at. So we need to look after the leaking bucket. The leaking bucket is happening from the top as well as the bottom. If you see historically, between 65 to 70% of new members leave within the first 2 years. More than 50% of them, nearly 50% of them, or a little less, leave in the first year, and then the others leave in the second year. Thereafter, things stabilize. Whatever the losses are in the second year, in the third year, they half. And from 6th to 10th year, they reduce by another 50%. and increase a little after 10 years, more because of the age related issues, people moving out, and people leaving us permanently and moving to the next world. So, as Anshumanji mentioned, where is the problem? Does Rotary have an attraction problem, or do we have a retention problem? I mean, if we are if we are adding more than 40,000 people, so that means we definitely do not have a problem in attracting new members. But when we are retaining only around 4,000 to 5,000 people, that means we are unable to retain that, right? So, what are the challenges we face? Today, everyone has diverse social networking options. Gone are the days when Rotary and Lions and organizations like us were the only options. Today, people have multiple options, and we are going to be competing with all options because, uh, after all, the mind share and the time share is limited. So, we have to, if we want to get a bigger chunk, we need to focus on how do we become better than the other social networking options. There are many more NGOs who are making impactful societal changes. You would be reading about them, listening to them. People are doing phenomenal work. BNI offers powerful business networking and is one of the fastest growing networking in the networking space. Even today, women who are now we are targeting to get 30% women in Rotary, which will be achieved very shortly, I expect. But then the women have also lots of opportunities like Fiki Flow and so forth. Even Inner Wheel, which used to be directly linked to Rotary, has also started branching out and have now they look for members who are not even Rotarians. Rotary politics, definitely it impacts our members. And the Rotary brands needs revitalization from time to time. In fact, in an evolving world, more so in the last 5, 6 years, we have evolved phenomenally. We, I mean, imagine when we did not have internet, and ever since we got internet, what all changes have happened. So there are two primary reasons for people to join Rotary: the fellowship and the social service. They say people join for fellowship and stay for social service. You know, I have traveled extensively within the country talking about membership, and a lot of people would normally say that Rotary does not have the same quality. It has declined, right? So I want to ask, in a population of 140 crores, where we have just around 1.8 lakhs, are we saying that we do not have enough people with quality? It does not seem very credible when we start talking things like that. And then who is responsible for identifying quality members? Right? After all, we are the ones. So if the quality of members has gone down, the blame also has to lie at our door. We identified them. We got them into Rotary, right? So probably we don't have the quality, or there is something amiss. Then who is responsible for induction and training of people who join Rotary? Right? That also, and do we do adequate amount of training? Do we spend adequate amount of time and effort? And do we do expectation management? This is something I will talk further in my presentation. So what is retention? Retention, according to me, is a mathematical formula where retention is equal to engagement. And when we talk about engagement, it starts with making new members feel welcome, getting all of them involved, importantly, giving value for their time and money. And lastly, giving members a sense of belonging. How can we make new members feel welcome? The first is identification. We need to, though Rotary has uh, kind of given up on the vocational way of choosing, identifying members and getting them into clubs. Classification survey was the basis on which we would look for people and get them. I think it was still a very strong tool. And in a country like ours, where the population is not a challenge, we need to resort to classification model as much as possible. In terms of expectation management, it has been studied that if we spend just a mere 10 minutes with a person before he or she joins Rotary, our retention losses will come down by 10%. And when we talk about expectation management, we are talking about WIFM. What is in it for me? So we need to explain to the member what can they, potential member, what can they expect from Rotary, and what does Rotary expect from them? Can you imagine that we do not even spend these 10 minutes on our new members and potential members, and as a result, lots of them leave? We need to handhold, right? I mean, as a new child, when he or she joins a class and gets ushered into a class and is all petrified, crying, and gets to sit with a new child on a bench, and the teacher makes an effort, gets the child to come and sit next to her or him, and pays special attention, and involves them in their various activities. Similarly, all these things have to be done even for adults, and more so from adults, right? And then we need to custom fit roles and responsibility. We tend to give them roles and responsibility of what we like. We never ask them what role and responsibility they would like to take. If we do that, the response will be far better and they will feel better engaged. Then we need to encourage them for idea generation on everything, all aspects, whether it is meetings, whether it is projects, whether it is activities. I mean, why do we assume that new members need time to think what kind of meeting should be there, what kind of activities and projects? Too many times we have seen new members become disengaged early because they are left to themselves to figure it out. I always feel that, when a new member joins Rotary, it is like Columbus. He was not planning to come to India, but he kind of landed here and discovered India. Similarly, Rotarians, the new members, try to discover Rotary. The ones who are successful and get engaged or have positive experience, they tend to stay. The others tend to leave. So members who stay less than 1 year, what are the causes and what are the solutions? Why I am taking only the first and the second year? Because our maximum leakages happen during these 2 years. One of the reasons is lack of information on membership responsibilities beforehand, which may be financial, which may be in terms of time, uh, and which may be in terms of responsibility. They need more education about Rotary after joining. And now that education should not be given in one session, right? It is like imagine we join a pre-nursery and we finish our 12th class within 1 year. That is what we try to do. Let us give them small modules of training in a very interactive, very relaxed environment where they can, also ask questions. Then that will stay with them. Some of the people find it difficult to meet the attendance requirements. Some do not know about the financial obligations because it wasn't told to them. They were just said, come, become a member. And it's no problem. You just join. And then suddenly we ask for the annual dues, the admission fees. Then you have the governor official visit, and we look for Rotary Foundation. We look for contribution for our projects. So this is something which we haven't even discussed with them earlier. Unmet, a lot of people also join Rotary because they want to build the network. So they'd have unmet network expectations. So the solution, as I mentioned earlier, we need to do expectation management. We need to have a proper induction where we get the invite all entire family, make them very good, make that day a special day for them, not as at a one function when they just happen to be there and are literally forced to becoming members. There should be funny meetings. Let there be mentorship. Mentorship not only from the point of view of membership, even for their professional and leadership skills. Let there be interesting orientation modules and assign them committees as per their interest. There needs to be a regular connection. You will find in many clubs, the new members after the first, second time are left to themselves. You'll find them sitting in the last row or standing on the sides, whereas all the older members are chatting and stuff like that. So we need to look after that. For members who stay for 1 to 2 years alone, they get disengaged from events and activities. They stop coming to the club because they don't feel that they do not belong. They are not really wanted. Unmet fellowship expectations, attendance struggles. The solution is we need to identify that. And how do we identify that? Simply by asking them, involving them, to serve at times as a liaison between Rotaract clubs, Interact clubs, or other committees. At times, we assign mentors. Now, the mentor himself or herself is not coming to the club. So then that is the time to change mentor, not after 2 years. The moment you see that it is happening after 1 or 2 months, you need to immediately act. Then how will we involve old members? It is not that if we focus, we definitely have to focus on new members, but we also need to involve our old members. So we have to have a regular membership satisfaction survey. I would urge all of you to please go on rotary.org to look at membership satisfaction survey. It will tell you what do your members want, what kind of activities, what kind of meetings, what kind of projects they want. Then importantly, act on findings. If you do not act on findings, they will not give you feedback in the future. What is most important as leaders? You need to listen to the said and unsaid message with an open mind. Respect people's opinion. In Rotary, we need to respect diversity. As it is in India, we have a lot of diversity. We need to respect diverse opinion at times, which is not in line with what we are thinking. But as long as it does not violate uh, Rotary's objectives, we should encourage that. I mean, why should we stifle people's opinion? Then allocate roles after talking to them. Avoid favoritism. You know, in each club, you'll find 4 to 5 people who have a greater say as compared to the others. That needs to stop and give them a sense of belonging. That is so important. If you do not have a sense of belonging, you do not want to be there. Within meetings, we need to build flexibility in format. If in case do not have meetings only at the same time, make few changes at times so that there's some members who cannot come in the evenings can they meet for a breakfast meet once in a while. uh, Frequency of meeting is free now. uh, you can engage the community leaders in your activities and the projects, and that will also give you more members. And if it's a big club and you have different interests, different people interested in different causes, can we make a satellite club within that club? One of our big clubs in India, in South India, has multiple satellite clubs with offer various options for members, whether it is on the cause or whether it is on their interest and so forth. And we need to collaborate with others. I mean, we seem to be an inward looking organization. We need to be outward looking organization. We should not be prisoners of our uh, historical legacy. We need to be evolving all the time. How do we help our members build personal connections? We need to provide time for interactions at each meeting get together. The concept of Rotary means business needs to be inculcated in the club itself. If you recall and if you have read the history, one of the reasons for formation of Rotary was to help each other grow professionally and in their personal lives. So if we uh, use the concept of RMB and BNI in our own clubs, imagine the taste. I know one club uh, in Western India, which has a membership of 340 within the first 2 years. And they have very active concept of RMB, where they, in fact, if members want to invest in startups or other businesses, they invite them, and those business houses or startup people come and make their presentation. And if all the members approve of that, they decide to invest in that business, and they have got phenomenal returns from that. So I mean, imagine that. It is, we just need to think big and think differently. Rotary Friendship Exchange, I mean, there are so many uh, fellowship groups, action groups we are not even aware of. We do not even tell our members. I mean, as we ourselves don't know about it, how can we tell members? But that is what we need to do. How do we help our members build personal connections? I've just explained. Now, there is a very simple chart I have thought of over a period of time. These were Ashish is my batchmate. Prashant worked as an ARC with me. So imagine if you have a chart where you list the name of all the members here, what is the role, and then you have dates when the meeting took place. So whenever any person was involved in any activity, it could be as minor as introducing the chief guest or giving flowers, a bouquet, presenting bouquet to a chief guest, or proposing a vote of thanks, or an activity project. Just keep on tick marking. And if you find in each quarter there is at least one tick, then you will find that those members are bound to stay. It's a very simple thing. One chart paper you require, and it could be just magical. In terms of enhancing participant engagement, which is one of the action plans, we need to better membership engagement, develop a participant centered approach to deliver value. Rotary says we need to focus on each member in our club. When we say participant centered approach, means each member. We are as weak as the weakest link in our chain, right? Offer new opportunities for personal and professional connections, provide leadership development and skills training, not only in Rotary, but also in their personal and professional lives. So now time for us to look at solutions. Develop your and implement your annual club activity plan based on membership satisfaction survey and exit survey, which should ideally take place in the month of May and June, so that you can do the planning for the rest of the year starting from 1st July. Let's look at few medicines. Ask for problems as the doctor does. Since when have you been experiencing this pain? What are the symptoms? Do you eat something when you feel this pain? Do you feel it when you get up in the morning? So all these sort of questions we need to ask our members too. Then seek their suggestions. Don't interrupt or snub anyone. You know, at times we do not think, but when someone is giving us suggestion, we say, oh yeah, we know, we've done this in our club, it hasn't worked. Not even listening the entire suggestion. He or she may be talking about something else, right? So when we interrupt or snub someone, they feel frustrated, and at most they will try again once. Thereafter, they will slowly stop coming to the club. and then you will, and what do? We only contact them when they have to pay their semi-annual dues, and by the time it is time for them to leave the club. Encourage diverse opinions, as I mentioned. Listen to them carefully with your heart and your ears. Importantly, implement their recommendations. Right? You are not an expert on everything in the club. Some of their ideas may be phenomenal, radically different, and may change the club for good. Engage and involve actively. Importantly, be a leader and not a boss. How good you are as a leader or as a district governor, you only get to know when you have finished your tenure. What is the kind of respect you get will show if you've been a good leader or not. And what multivitamins to give? Respect, sense of belonging, genuine care, empathy. Put yourself in their shoes and then think, what do you need to do? Make them participate in decision making. Do not expect them to only execute whatever you have decided. Make them, when we do that, then the accountability is not there. When we involve them in decision making, accountability automatically builds up, and it is far better for the organization. Appreciate, appreciate each small thing they do, right? A small pat will go a long way. And my last word is Rotary has to evolve. Rotarians have to adapt to the changing times. Genuine nurturing of members is the only option. Engagement is the only mode. Flexibility and innovation is the key. We have choices to make. History will record our choice. Thank you very much for listening to me patiently. I
If he has
would
any
invite,
questions, you can raise your hand.
yes, yeah.
Now the floor is open for questions. If you have any clarification, any doubt, any tips that you would like to have, the incoming club and district leaders, you can raise your virtual hand and Naren will unmute you and you can ask your question. And as usual, after today's session, by the late evening, everybody who has joined today's masterclass will get an email from our system highlighting the salient points of today's discussion and also a link of what Gurjeet has shared with all of us. So now the floor is open. Naren, please take care.
Yeah, I'm waiting. Yeah. I can see Jinendra Tutari. Hold on. Yeah.
हेलो गुड आफ्टरनून एवरीवन गुरजीत जी आपका प्रेजेंटेशन से जस्ट आई वांट टू आस्क वन थिंग आपने कहा कि जब मैंने रोटरी ज्वाइन किया था बिकॉज आई हैव ऑलरेडी कंप्लीटेड 26 इयर्स उस वक्त हमारे क्लासिफिकेशन का बहुत इम्पोर्टेंस था और क्लासिफिकेशन से हम लोग मेंबर्स लेते थे और अच्छा ग्रोथ होता था अभी मुझे लगता है क्लासिफिकेशन का शायद या तो वेव हो गया है या अभी ध्यान नहीं दिया जाता है तो क्या आपको लगता है कि हमें वो कोर वैल्यू पे वापस जाना चाहिए
बिल्कुल जाना चाहिए,
क्लासिफिकेशन की जो हमारी कोर वैल्यू थी वो
बिल्कुल जाना चाहिए और मैंने ये कहा भी था प्रेजेंटेशन में. आई थिंक क्लासिफिकेशन प्रिंसिपल वाज सो इम्पोर्टेंट. एक तो व्हेन वी आर ऑल द टाइम वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट डाइवर्सिटी, right? The classification principle ensured diversity, right? And made it a very inclusive club, which became a subset of the society. सो रोटरी ने उसको थोड़ा डाइल्यूट किया कि नहीं, आप इसको नहीं करना तो मत कीजिए, बेशक 5-5 लोग ले लो, पर वो उस पे भी कोई लिमिटेशन नहीं है। बट मैं आपसे बिल्कुल एग्री करता हूँ कोठारी साहब, we should go back to the classification principles. Whatever is good should be continued. You know, प्रॉब्लम ये आती है कोठारी साहब कि जब ये पॉलिसीज बनती हैं, दे आर मेड फॉर द इंटायर वर्ल्ड, राइट? सो जो प्रॉब्लम्स वेस्टर्न वर्ल्ड की हैं वो हमारी नहीं है। सो हमें जो देखना है, और ये रोटरी एक्शन प्लान की ब्यूटी यही है, दे आर सेइंग कि ईच क्लब नीड्स टू आइडेंटिफाई कि उनको किस चीज की जरूरत है और उसको करें। ये नहीं है कि चारों को करने की जरूरत है। जिस चीज की जरूरत है और कैसे करना चाहते हैं, इट इज टोटली लेफ्ट टू द क्लब, राइट? एंड देखिए, मैं ये हमेशा कहता हूँ कि सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट यूनिट क्या है रोटरी का? क्लब। सारा काम तो क्लब में होता है, बाहर तो कुछ भी नहीं होता। सो आई वुड encourage now all the people who are listening today, okay, please use classification principle wherever possible. It will be very good.
Thank you, sir.
सुनील शर्मा जी, आप अपने को अनम्यूट करके
जी
बोलिए
सर,
प्लीज।
जी सर। Sir, first of all, very nice presentation. Very good for incoming leaders like me. Uh, as you very rightly said, training is the most important part of it. I have seen that there is a trainer, assistant trainer for every zone, but I have seen years when the trainer remains a trainer, even a club trainer remains a trainer. There is no training organized for the new members, especially. So, as you are in the decision making, board or whatever decision making people, please ensure that through the DG and AG or district trainers, a zonal training is organized for every zone in the first 2 months of the new year for new members, because members are taken in, every president brings in 5 or 6 new members. And at least 80% of them leave up in the next year because they are coming only for the sake of it. If the training is there, I'm sure it can the percentage can increase to at least 40% to 50%. Thank you, sir.
सुनील जी, what जो आपने कहा है, I am going to can you understand Hindi?
जी जी बिल्कुल।
So right, I'll mix Hindi and English क्योंकि मैं सारी presentation ज़्यादा English में रही।
नहीं नहीं बिल्कुल बिल्कुल हिंदी में
एक
बोलिए।
तो I agree with you, you know, people who have not delivered, right, should not continue. And importantly, we must give chance to the others. और लोग क्या करते हैं, उनको देखना होता है अपनी फोटोग्राफ डायरेक्टरी में। वो डायरेक्टरी जब नहीं आती है, खोलते हैं, अपनी फोटोग्राफ देखते हैं और डायरेक्टरी बंद कर देते हैं।
बिल्कुल सर।
और अगले साल की डायरेक्टरी जो DGE होता है, उसके पीछे लग जाते हैं फॉर गेटिंग देयर पिक्चर इन देयर डायरेक्टरी। दैट इज द अनफॉर्चुनेट ट्रूथ। एंड इवन आई है, आप बात कर रहे हैं क्लब ट्रेनर्स, मैंने डिस्ट्रिक्ट मेंबरशिप चेयर्स भी बड़े देखे हैं who continue for years and years and don't do their work, right? देखिए, मैं ये कहता हूँ सुनील जी, रोटरी हमारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, वी मेक रोटरी, लेट अस बी एटलीस्ट ट्रूथफुल एंड ऑनेस्ट टू आवर ओन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, राइट? और सबको पता है प्रॉब्लम कहाँ है, पर हम उसको फेस नहीं करना चाहते। दैट इज द
इनफैक्ट
ट्रूथ।
And
The
secondly,
other
sir,
thing, Sunil ji, which I wanted to address, जो आपने कहा, जो नए प्रेसिडेंट के साथ मेंबर्स आते हैं, जितने भी आते हैं, तो इस 80% to 90% उसकी टर्म के साथ ही चले जाते हैं. So it is important that president is not given the responsibility of getting new members. It should be the membership committee within the club, or if the committee is not there, can we have some senior committed people who will look after identifying these people, vetting them, and inducting them and training them? That will also really make a difference.
right, sir. Thank you.
Haji, Dipen ji,
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
good afternoon.
3060 के मेंबरशिप सेमिनार्स में तो आपसे मिलना होता ही है, और वेरी पॉइंट टू पॉइंट आपने जो बात करी है वो तो है ही. एक चीज मैंने पिछले 10-12 सालों में जो महसूस की है, और एज मेंबरशिप हम रहते भी हैं, तो जैसे सुनील जी ने भी कहा कि मेंबरशिप की ट्रेनिंग हो, तो उसी के साथ में क्या हम ये कुछ कर सकते हैं कि मेंबर्स जैसे नए इंडक्ट होते हैं क्लब में, तो क्लब लेवल पे उनका कुछ ओरिएंटेशन एक ट्रेनिंग सेट हो सके. जैसे कोई मॉड्यूल आप इंडिया में काफी जगह पे बहुत सारे डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स में घूमे हैं, तो बेस्ट प्रैक्टिसेस ऑफ कीपिंग अ मेंबर अलाइव या एंगेज, तो ऐसा कुछ मॉड्यूल बना के हम क्लब में दे सकते हैं, जहाँ पे जो क्लब रनिंग ट्रेनर है या जो भी कोऑर्डिनेटर है या डायरेक्टर है, तो वो जो नए मेंबर्स हैं उनको ये गाइड कर सके.
Actually, we expect कि क्लब में जो सीनियर मोस्ट लीडर्स मेंबर्स हैं, पास्ट प्रेसिडेंट्स हैं, या जो बड़े people who are very well informed will do this training. You see, आज के दिन ना, Dipen ji,
Yes.
the entire information about Rotary is available in the learning center. Everything. आपको किसी को भी पूछने की जरूरत नहीं है. एंड इट इज सो इंटरेस्टिंग, इतनी इंटरैक्टिव है. एंड द बेस्ट पार्ट इज, आपके पास 10 मिनट है तो आप 10 मिनट कर लो, और जब दोबारा खोलोगे उसी स्पॉट से आप आगे चल पड़ते हो. राइट? सो इफ यू कैन encourage योर ओन क्लब मेंबर्स, एक छोटा उसको को कि पहला एक ही कोर्स करना है जो 15 मिनट का है, राइट? उसको एक बारी आदत डल गई ना, देन दे विल स्टार्ट डूइंग दैट. नाउ आई लेट मी जस्ट शेयर विद यू, मैंने पिछले 2 साल में जो आपके अगले साल के आने वाले DGEs हैं, मैंने इनको सारे 45 के 45 इंडिया के, I followed with them and I have made them do 27 courses, and ensured that I got a certificate of completion from each one of them, and which I tracked with Rotary International. And now the team of leaders, you will find they'll be far more knowledgeable, right? तो यही चीजें हमें क्लब लेवल पे ही करेंगे. पहले छोटा कोर्स दो, राइट? एंड यू कैन आइडेंटिफाई विच इज द स्मॉल कोर्स एंड मेक देम डू दैट, एंड टेल देम कि जब आपने खत्म कर लिया, यू कैन डाउनलोड देयर सर्टिफिकेट एंड सेंड इट टू यू, राइट?
Okay.
देन अपने एक मीटिंग में उसके ऊपर 10 मिनट डिस्कशन करो, राइट? सो दैट इज द वे फॉरवर्ड. उसका एडवांटेज ये है, एक तो लेटेस्ट इंफॉर्मेशन and absolutely updated information, right? So I would recommend that.
Sure.
Hanji.
Thank you. Ji.
Abha ji.
Anji, good evening. First of
Good
all,
evening.
very enriching talk and very interesting and to the point presentation. ये सब अभी हम अपना वो भी अटेंड करके आए हैं, प्रेसिडेंट लर्निंग इलेक्ट सेमिनार्स. सो हर जगह यही चर्चा हो रहा है कि मेंबरशिप एंड हाउ टू रिटेन. So I'm just, listening to you today. I'm looking back 10 years before when I joined Rotary. सबसे ज्यादा जो मैंने महसूस किया एज ए न्यू मेंबर, आई फेल्ट लॉस्ट। और तब से मेरे को एक ही चीज समझ आई कि एक मेंटर, एक गुरु होना बड़ा जरूरी है। सो हम कुछ ऐसे सोच सकते हैं कि हम अपने जो सीनियर मेंबर्स हैं उनको रिक्वेस्ट करें एंड वी असाइन देम 1 or 2 न्यू मेंबर्स टू डू मेंटरिंग। तो फीलिंग ऑफ लॉस्ट आपने भी बोला, एंड यस डेफिनेटली वो होती है। लेकिन एक और चीज है, हम जो रोटरी में काम कर रहे हैं ना, बेसिकली तो इट इज अवर इंटरनल मोटिवेशन। तो इसलिए जो आपने एक बात बोली कि हम किस तरह के मेंबर्स को ला रहे हैं, वो भी बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट है कि क्या डू दे हैव द फायर इन देम, डू दे रियली वांट टू इन्वॉल्व देमसेल्व्स इन द रोटरी वर्क। और एक और चीज जो मेरे को प्रॉब्लम आई थी वो थी ये जो रोटरी में होते हैं ना हमारे शॉर्ट फॉर्म्स, DG, DGN, DGE, RID, ऑल दिस न्यू मेंबर्स को थोड़ी दिक्कत होती, तो मे बी वी कैन हैव अ स्मॉल रेडी रेकनर टाइप ऑफ थिंग। And another which I feel very honestly is like again you said कि बहुत लोग बहुत काम कर रहे हैं, बहुत इम्पैक्ट हो रहा है, NGOs हैं, सोशल ग्रुप्स हैं। सो हमको इंट्रोवर्ट रहने के से बजाय हमको उनके साथ टैप करना चाहिए।
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we should join, we should make other हमारे जैसे cause related NGOs और उनको join करें, कोई joint projects करें। So उससे रोटरी की एक जो image है, public image, our name will also carry to other social groups. So
I agree with
yeah,
you completely, Abhaji. The other thing which we all must appreciate, any leader, whether you are a DGE, DG, whatever, whoever, a director, you are a Rotarian and you will remain a Rotarian, right? So we unnecessarily try to create a structure. That structure is an administrative structure for a year, and then let us treat each other equally, give each other sense of belonging and respect. This is what is most important. हमारे ना
Absolutely.
इंडिया में पॉपुलेशन इतनी है, बड़े कॉम्पिटिटिव है। अब आप देखो, जब व्हेन यू गो टू द वेस्ट, वहां पे डिस्ट्रिक्ट गवर्नर या डायरेक्टर बनने के लिए कोई बंदे मिलते नहीं है उनको, वो तो आराम से वो बन जाते हैं। और हमारे यहाँ हमें मरना पड़ता है बनने के लिए। सो दैट इज द डिफरेंस।
एक्चुअली यस। सो वो लॉस्ट और इन्वॉल्वमेंट अगेन बहुत जरूरी है। जैसे मैं शुरू में, मैं तो अपना जर्नी बता रही हूँ कि आई वांटेड टू लीव विद इन अ ईयर, बट देन माय ग्रुप, माय क्लब मेंबर्स स्टार्टेड इन्वॉल्विंग मी बिकॉज उनको लगा यस इसमें पैशन है, ये काम कर सकती है। सो दैट्स हाउ, एंड नाउ 10 years later आई एम द प्रेसिडेंट इलेक्ट। सो दिस इज व्हाट रोटरी डज टू यू। इट इज मैजिकल डेफिनेटली, बट राइट पाथ दिखाने वाला बहुत जरूरी है।
वो उसमें ना कई क्लब्स में क्या होता है कि लेट्स से आभा बड़ा इज वेरी गुड काम करने में, शी इज वेरी टैलेंटेड, तो वो जो दूसरे हैं ना, जो सीनियर्स हैं, उनको सेंस ऑफ इनसिक्योरिटी हो जाती है कि अगर हमने आभा को रोल दे दिया तो यार हमें तो पूछेगा नहीं कोई, right? So these also issues are happen, and that is why you will find in lots of clubs across the country there are few people who try to control things, continue to be on the board of directors year after year, right? They think कि वो पता नहीं कोई corporate world के board पे हैं. So this is what is happening. Yeah.
Before
Kushan ji.
the picture, I just want to one second.
Good evening.
One second.
Yeah.
Before she speaks, for everybody here, Kusum is almost then every master class for the last 4 years. So I think we have not missed a single master class. Anshuman ji.
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Kusan ji, I hope I didn't disappoint you today.
No, it was a very, very interesting session, and thank you for that. But in my opinion, मैं सोचती हूँ कि ये कंपल्सरी क्यों नहीं कर दिया जाए, इसको पॉइंट्स क्यों नहीं दिया जाए, इसको सर्टिफिकेट क्यों नहीं दिया जाए, 1 2 3 क्यों नहीं किया जाए। इसको ऐसा करने से हमारे यहाँ ऐसा है कि जो कुछ मुफ्त में मिलता है उसकी लोग वैल्यू नहीं करते हैं। तो मेरे हिसाब से जैसे डीजी का ट्रेनिंग कंपलसरी है, वैसे हमारे हिसाब से प्रेसिडेंट का भी कंपलसरी होना चाहिए, जो कि कंपलसरी नहीं है। और प्रॉपर ट्रेनिंग आजकल नहीं होती है। होता क्या है, लोग आजकल टूरिज्म होने लगा है पेल सेल्स के नाम पे, और कोई भी ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम होता है वो टूरिज्म होने लगा। वो टूरिज्म अलग करके रखिए एंड इस ट्रेनिंग को, क्योंकि आई एम अ प्रेसिडेंट, आई वाज अ प्रेसिडेंट इन 2020-21। अंशुमन दा जानते होंगे, बहुत तंग किया है मैंने अंशुमन दा को, बहुत तंग करती थी कि ये कैसे होगा, वो कैसे होगा। एंड आई बिलीव इन लर्निंग। आपको विश्वास नहीं होगा, ओनली नॉट रोटरी इंडिया, मेरे डिस्ट्रिक्ट में कोई प्रोग्राम होता है, आई गो देयर, मैं उस प्रोग्राम को जरूर अटेंड करती हूँ। मैंने बहुत सारे ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम्स अटेंड किए हैं, सारे किए हैं। तो ये मेरी फीलिंग है कि इसको कंपल्सरी बनाना, खास करके प्रेसिडेंट का। I have recently, in August, I have recently formed a new club that was chartered on 13th August. और मैं पहले पुराने क्लब में रहना चाहती थी, बट वो लोग नहीं माने, तो मैं आ गई नए क्लब में। And all are new in this club. Everyone is new. तो मैं उन लोगों को ट्रेनिंग देती हूँ, बट जब प्रेसिडेंट बनेंगे, ये लोग नए हैं, आई डोंट हैव चॉइस कि मैं पुराने लोगों को लाऊं और ये इनमें सारे लोगों को प्रेसिडेंट बनाना जरूरी है। तो जब तक इनको किया नहीं जाएगा, अगर कंपलसरी नहीं किया जाएगा, नहीं हो सकता है। आपने बोला कि ऑनलाइन जो हमारे हैं लर्निंग सेंटर मैं बता रही हूँ, आप मेरे लीडर बोर्ड में जाके देखिएगा, डिस्ट्रिक्ट का नंबर 2 मैं हूँ। आई हैव डन लॉट्स ऑफ, लेकिन उसमें भी कुछ फ्लॉज है। फ्लॉज ये है कि लोग जाते हैं, उसमें ऑप्शंस होते हैं, वो देखकर सर्टिफिकेट डाउनलोड कर लेते हैं, और वो ऑप्शंस को आप चेंज करके कर सकते हैं, 2 बार 3 बार में आप डाउनलोड कर ले सकते हैं। आई हैव सीन दैट, बहुत सारे प्रेसिडेंट करते हैं। अभी जैसे प्रेसिडेंट का हो गया है तो उसको भी कर लेते हैं, उसको थोड़ा चेंज करना चाहिए। एंड सिंस यू आर इन द इंटरनेशनल मेंबरशिप बोर्ड, आई रिक्वेस्ट यू कि मेंबरशिप मेंबर्स का क्या बोलूं मैं, मेंबर्स को प्रॉपर ट्रेनिंग होनी चाहिए। जो 1-2 और मेंबर्स ने अभी बोला है, मेंबर्स की प्रॉपर ट्रेनिंग एक जोनल, जैसे प्रेसिडेंट सेक्रेटरी का होता है, वैसे ही जोनल होना चाहिए मेंबरशिप ट्रेनिंग। ओनली सिंपल मेंबर्स के लिए भी ट्रेनिंग होनी चाहिए, जो नहीं हो पाता है। ये मेरा है।
I agree with all of your points, and I will definitely carry your feedback. And I will. Sarah is the one who looks after the learning center in Winston. I will share it with her. I agree with you. In fact, before you go to the second page of any course, you must do a small Q&A and then only proceed further. So I'll
Yes.
definitely discuss it with her. Thank you for your inputs.
Thank you so much.
And I'm trying to unmute. Yeah, and they can.
मैंने बोला है, नरेंद्र जी को बोला है कि मुझे एक सर्टिफिकेट तो दे दीजिए, 4 सालों से मैं रेगुलर आ रही हूँ इस क्लास में।
ये अंशुमन जी देंगे।
Yes, yes.
जरूर देंगे।
Sure. Your involvement and participation will encourage all others. Yes. I fully agree and appreciate. Yes.
Really,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anand, follow.
नमस्कार गुरजीत जी, गुड इवनिंग अंशुमन दा। आपसे मुलाकात हो चुकी है हमारे डिस्ट्रिक्ट कॉन्फ्रेंस में, आप आए थे।
Yeah. Yeah, who's this? Later, I am in a meeting. Anji, please go ahead.
हाँ जी,
Yeah.
और मैं कई साल से मेंबरशिप टीम में रहा हूँ और मुझे ये बहुत अच्छा लगता है, लेकिन जो प्रॉब्लम्स और जो सॉल्यूशंस आपने बताए हैं, बहुत अच्छा आपने प्रेजेंटेशन बनाया है और मैंने इसको बहुत लाइक किया है, काफ़ी सीखा भी है कुछ। अभी मैं एक चीज़ जो बोलना चाहता हूँ कि basically we should, I think, make it compulsory that before becoming a president of the club, one should go through the RLI graduation, RLI part 1, 2, 3. मैं बताऊं मेरी अपनी experience. I rejoined Rotary after a gap of several years. 1996 में मैं चार्टर मेंबर था ईस्ट सेंट्रल का, लेकिन उन दिनों वो नहीं होता था, मोबाइल इंटरनेट कुछ नहीं होता था, मेरा ट्रांसफर हो गया. So I had to leave Rotary. When I came back, so I rejoined Rotary, and within 6 months I was asked to be the president of the club. So that time I was like falling down from the sky, what to do. So I underwent the 3 courses of RLI part 1, 2 and 3. And I tell you, it helped me a lot to run my club and successfully. Also, I feel that every new member, अब चाहे डिस्ट्रिक्ट में प्रोग्राम बने या क्लब में प्रोग्राम बने, 2 प्रोग्राम बहुत जरूरी है. एक है न्यू मेंबर इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम और दूसरा है न्यू मेंबर ओरिएंटेशन प्रोग्राम. ये दोनों प्रोग्राम अगर अच्छी तरह से होते हैं, तो आई थिंक द न्यू मेंबर्स विल अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज रोटरी, व्हाई रोटरी, एंड ऑल्सो वी शुड बी, लाइक यू सेड, टेक द एक्सपेक्टेशंस फ्रॉम देम, और उनको भी हम बता सकते हैं कि व्हाट इज एक्सपेक्टेड फ्रॉम देम over and above the financial dues. There are other expectations also. So
I would say Anand sir, people like you who have done the training, who understand the importance of training, अब आपको आगे लेके जानी है movement. It is our movement. Let us not look for others to do it. We have to do it.
मैं पीछे पड़ जाता हूँ. इवन डिस्ट्रिक्ट में भी जितने लोग मेरे जान पहचान के नए क्लब के जितने प्रेसिडेंट इलेक्ट हैं, सबको मैं बोलता हूँ भैया RLI करो, RLI करो. Although I am not in the RLI chair team, लेकिन सबको बोलता हूँ.
अगर देखो, a lot of people may not have the time to go and do these courses, तो उनको फिर आप लर्निंग सेंटर पे ले जाइए, वहां पे करवा लीजिए.
That also I am promoting, but क्या है ना कि people sometimes take it casually. So if at the district level we are making it compulsory, अभी जैसे पीछे कुछ suggestions आए कि ये compulsory अगर हो जाए तो थोड़ा सा उसके ऊपर impact पड़ेगा.
नहीं, मैं इस compulsory से ज्यादा ना, it is creating that club district culture of learning, right? So that अगर the top leadership is interested in learning themselves, जैसे आप हैं, तो ऐसे ही अगर आपके डिस्ट्रिक्ट गवर्नर्स और आने वाले लीडर्स इंटरेस्टेड हैं और वो करेंगे इनकरेज, वो जैसे कुसुम जी ने कहा कि रादर देन टेकिंग देम ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड फॉर AGTS एंड पेट्स, अगर आप फोकस ट्रेनिंग पे करेंगे तो शायद probably we'll get better results. But please don't quote me, so people, but I tend to agree that when we have a training program, we should only focus on the training.
In fact, इस साल हमारे डिस्ट्रिक्ट में बहुत अच्छा हुआ. हमारे DG डॉक्टर रविंदु होम चौधरी ने इसमें गोल्ड पार्क में रामकृष्ण मिशन में पेट्स प्रेसिडेंट इलेक्ट लर्निंग सेमिनार किया.
Very good, very good.
And it was really focused, although I did not attend personally, लेकिन I got the.
He was one of my very nice understudies on the last 2 years.
Yes.
Haji Vipul ji.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Vipul ji, unmute कर. Haji बोलिए.
Good evening, everybody. Sir, the learning and the thought process and the presentations were par excellent. I'm a Rotarian for more than 20 years now, and we have met a couple of times. Sir, one hot topic which basically I've experienced in recent times is, fortunately, fellowships are the most important part to create better members and a good members to sustain longer. जिसके पर आपने बात की. I have been fortunate to be a member of fellowship known as Cricket Fellowship for the World. I have been a member since Raja Sabuji, when he was the RI president, when he started this particular fellowship in the world. We have used this fellowship to create better members who sustain in Rotary in each and every district across the nation through creating IFCR chapters in our own nation. हमने ये एक साल से एक मुहिम चालू की है. We want members to come, enjoy the passion of cricket, as well as learn about what is Rotary. हमें एक मौका मिला अभी recently कि we have made this fellowship compulsory in most of the districts of our nations. We are trying to convince the incoming district leaders we should have inter-district fellowships so that more and more members can enjoy each other's company, enjoy their own professional life so that they can future grow better. And we want the Rotary International to support more and more fellowships so that it can come back.
The good news is that RI directors elect, both KP Nagesh and Triple M, are working on your thought process, and you will see a lot of work happening in the coming year on that.
So, हमने almost 1,000 Rotarians नए खड़े करने के means to get more Rotarians in all across the district of India try कर रहे हैं, because we have now such events coming up now very often, and Nagesh जी से हमारी बात हो चुकी है. We are trying to take his support along with you and the other director so that we can have more and more members growing in our fold.
Definitely.
Thank you, sir.
Naren, I have a suggestion. What we have observed that less than 10% of our Rotarians, they have any knowledge about these Rotary Fellowship groups and the Rotary Action groups.
True.
And maybe less than 1% of our total Rotary members, they are involved in some of the groups.
Very true.
So in our platform, let us have a separate session on Rotary Fellowship groups and Rotary Action groups, and somebody very active and who can deliberate on how to join those groups, what are the advantages, and how to form and create these groups also. So
it's very easy.
that could be one of the key milestones of retaining and engaging members.
Fantastic.
Because
Right, sir.
Gurjit was telling about the networking. The best networking worldwide on one's particular passion or choice is Rotary Fellowship groups or Rotary Action groups.
True, sir.
So who have once joined those groups, they only
Never
can tell
Rotary.
the feeling on that. Even
So
lot
Rotary
of
वो Rotary
global
कभी
brands
छोड़ेगा
have
नहीं,
come
sir.
up. Lot of global brand connections have come up through these groups also.
बिल्कुल sir. He will never leave Rotary, sir.
एकदम. तो नरेन एक बार ये एक बार हमारा thought process में रखो.
What we can do, sir,
On this series, we will do one such session on
Yeah.
the Rotary Action Group and Fellowship Group.
Yeah. So what we can do,
So I can support it anytime, sir.
Very good.
We can call IFRM. We can call RMB. We can give them
Sure.
10 minutes of
Yes,
session.
yes.
No, all of them can.
Very true, sir. We will
Correct.
appreciate that.
Beautiful. Yeah, we can do. Thank you, Vipul.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Over to Subir Somji. I'm trying to unmute you, Subir. Yeah.
Good evening.
Yeah. Please.
Hello.
Yeah. Please
Yes,
go ahead.
Hello.
Carry on.
Hello.
Please go ahead, sir. We can hear you.
Hi. Good evening.
Yeah.
Actually, not thanks to you for you are attending at Guwahati Felts. It's a very effective and masterclass also very effective, and it's required for all the members. See, after leaving on Narendra from Guwahati, all the Rotarians are telling that the time is very short. Actually, it should continue more time. It's very effective. So, thanks to Narendra who has joined to our panels. Now, regarding Rotary and staying retention, it is my proposal and my belief that we should plant a rotarector. If I plant a rotarector today, after 4 and 5 years, it will be fruited. And if rotarector strong, Rotary will be automatically strong. It's my belief. And I think rotarector is my heart. If my heart is running well, and Rotary will go ahead. So it's my suggestion. It may be wrong, but it's my perception that if rotarector is strong, and Rotary will be automatically strong, then retention of the member will go up. It's my experience. What do you say, Narendra? Please, again, you are thanks for coming at Guwahati.
Thank you. I think Gurjit, you should answer the subject on the membership. Gurjit, hello.
So,
Your mic
at
is off.
times, no, my mic is not off.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
So, if the district, when they design their programs, they are the ones who need to give adequate time. The Rotary 45670 org is willing to do much more, provided we get the options, the time, and the opportunity. Right? We would love to. Naren, can we take 3 questions quickly because I need to go. I am currently in Delhi today for a function in the evening.
Yeah, we have from Jalil Malik. Yeah, my request to everybody here is
Good evening, everybody.
Yeah.
अभी सुबर जी रोटरेट की बात कर रहे थे तो मैं एक PDRR हूँ from Pakistan District 3270 and fortunately I was a DRR in that year when Raja Sabu was RI president in 91-92. I joined Rotaract in 1986. So वो एक शायर ने कहा था कि मोहब्बत के लिए कुछ दिल मखसूस होते हैं, ये वो नगमा है जो हर साज पे गाया नहीं जाता। अगर 10 लोग रोटरी ज्वाइन करते हैं तो उसमें 2-3 ही काम करने वाले होते हैं। मेरे 39 इयर्स हो गए तो 2-3 लोग काम करने वाले होते हैं, तो उनको काम करते रहना चाहिए। यही रोटरी की ब्यूटी है, यही रोटरी की खूबसूरती है। जैसे हमारे यहाँ, आपने यहाँ भी देखा होगा, हिंदुस्तान में हमारे मस्जिद होती है, उसमें 5 टाइम अजान होती है। मुल्ला अजान देते हैं, 5 टाइम पुकारते हैं अजान के लिए कि आ जाओ नमाज पढ़ो, आ जाओ नमाज पढ़ो। ये जो नरेंद्रा जी जैसे लोग, ये जो मास्टर क्लास चलाने वाले 4 साल से चला रहे हैं, ये उन लोगों का काम है जो हर 1 महीने बाद, 10 दिन बाद, 15 दिन बाद सबको इकट्ठा करते हैं। ये उन सबको सलूट है। और बाकी जो मसाइल, जो चीज़ें हमारे ईस्टर्न वर्ल्ड में है आजकल, मैं जिस ज़माने में ज्वाइन किया रोटरी ज्वाइन किया, वो राजा साबू जैसे लोगों की ज़माना था, उसमें कुछ और टाइप की रोटरी थी, अब कुछ और टाइप की है। अब हर कोई चाहता है कि मैं पेंट कोट पहन के सबसे बड़ी कुर्सी मुझे मिल जाए, सबसे बड़ा हार मुझे मिल जाए, मुझे करना कुछ ना पड़े। ये हो नहीं सकता। इसलिए गुरजीत जी, जो आप जैसे लोग हैं, ये उनकी ब्लेसिंग है, उनकी वजह से ये हमारा सिस्टम चल रहा है। मेरा सवाल कोई नहीं है, बस ऐसे मेरा कुछ कमेंट्स देने को बात कर रहा था। और ये कारवां चलता रहे। जब हमने ज्वाइन किया तब भी मसला सबसे बड़ा मेंबरशिप ही था। तब 1 थी, फिर 1.1 हुई, फिर 1.2 हुई। मैं 40 साल से यही देख रहा हूँ सर। 1.2 पे हैं हम। 30-40-50 हज़ार आते हैं हर साल, इससे इतने ही निकल जाते हैं। तो ये जो आप जैसे लोग हैं, ये नरेंद्र जैसे लोग हैं, ये जो अभी तक लगे हुए हैं, ये उनकी वजह से रोटरी चल रहा है। अल्लाह पाक इन सबको कायम दाम रखे। थैंक यू वेरी मच एवरीबॉडी, थैंक यू वेरी मच। मे गॉड ब्लेस यू, गॉड ब्लेस यू।
Yeah, I request everybody, please keep your questions a bit short because Gurujit need to leave. So, Kusum
Can I ask one question?
Yeah. Yes, Sandeep, please go ahead.
Yeah, please. This is Dr. Sandeep Sharma from President Rotary Club Hamirpur, Himachal Pradesh. My one query was that is the way that you are sharing the link to the president. I think the way I'm just getting the link for the master classes. So can we share, do you have any bar, or either can we share it further to the rest of the participants? I mean, rest of our club members also.
Absolutely, you can send it to every Rotarian, Sandeep. There is no
All
limit.
right.
No.
There's no limit, no bar.
Absolutely, no.
All right, because
Yeah,
it is
they have
not
no
the
Rotarians
duty of the
participating in
president.
this. Yeah, does
Thank
not matter even if they are not a club president or a secretary. Does not matter. They can very well join this class.
Right, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, Kusum ji.
दो चीज मैं बोलना भूल गई थी। पहला ये कि RLI बहुत लोग पूछ रहे थे। I have done FOT also. RLI 3 parts and FOT also. दूसरी बात मुझे कहना था कि अभी जैसे अंशुमन दा बोल रहे थे फेलोशिप एंड एक्शन ग्रुप्स, fellowship and action groups, really it is very, very, very nice thing. I am in about 21 fellowship and action groups, and every day I have some meeting. Every day we have some fellowship. There is a fellowship called Travel and Hosting Fellowship Group. I'm in that also. It is a very nice group. So I request all the members to join at least one fellowship or action groups. That is all. Thank you.
Yes, Sanjita, you can ask a question.
Hi, that's Sajida here. I'm from District 3191, and I'm the Vocational Service Director for Rotary Club of HSR. And so the session was really amazing. I was just quiet and listening to you. And I'm the secretary of RMBF BPD. That's a business forum. It's like one of the fellowships, you can say. So we were just trying to figure out how to retain the members, how to get them for the meeting. And your inputs, whatever you shared, were just amazing. It will really help, to get on the track and to figure out if somebody has not come, trying to involve them and speak to them. So that was really very helpful. Thank you so much for that. My question here is, before the year started, 24-25, I took up I went to the Learning Center and I completed DEI and vocational trainings. I got the certification also. So my question is here, will the trainings get updated every year? Because I have done it last year. Again, if I'm going to the next year services director, so whether again, should I be taking up the same trainings because it will be changed, or it is the same?
No. So there are some courses which get updated. So when you will open that course, it will show whether it'll say you're 100% completed, right? Or completed on the top. That means there is no change. You don't need to do it again. In case there is a change, then it will show that you can enroll for it.
Okay, so that means it doesn't change. The matter doesn't change every year.
No, not necessarily.
Not necessary. Okay.
Yeah.
And one more thing, from the past experiences, till date, from the beginning of this year, I have completed 60 projects in vocational services, wherein I have trained, I have established skill development centers for women empowerment, and then for visually challenged individuals, wherein I just figure out what they actually need, then we implying something like what do we want to do. So something not only particularly, it's a huge umbrella of vocational services. But then under vocational services, if there are some courses, like most of the women in economically weaker section society, they need like, very simple things like tailoring courses. Say like hand embroidery. I taught them hand embroidery, and I'm also a career coach. I'm an ex-HR of Wipro, SAP, and Thomson Reuters. And because that HR couldn't go out of me, and I train students. I'm my interview preparation coach. So I also took it up that. So what my this one thought process was like, why not to create small learning coaching trainings wherein like that can really be of very much helpful, where they can learn and then they can start earning.
Yeah. So, Sajita, you could develop a few courses yourself, and I'm sure Rotary will be very happy to take them up, right?
Definitely.
Because for Rotary to do all of them themselves, it is challenging because different countries, different places have different requirements. But what you're saying is very good. But imagine you develop a specific training with complete details on stepwise how to implement that. That would be wonderful. I think that'll be great.
Yes. Definitely, I would love to take it up. And even if like, if there are any training sessions required, I can even like, help in the trainings also.
Yeah.
Because I have interviewed 2,000 to 3,000 candidates, job seekers. So wherein I found that, huge gap where the children study and parents are putting lot of lakhs of money, but they're not able to crack it because they don't know
Right.
that strategy wherein how they should crack that interview just in 1 minute, because as we all know that human attention, it just lacks for just some seconds or just 1 minute. So
They say from the time you enter the door to the time you sit
yes,
on the chair in the first 7 seconds,
exactly,
50% of the decision is made without you
exactly,
even uttering a word, whether
yeah.
you'll be selected or not.
Exactly. This is what I teach my students. Like, the way you walk, your first impression itself, like, says you have
Yes,
cracked it or not, your body
absolutely.
language and all that. So, yeah, that's what my thought from my side. And I would love to contribute if there is anything from my side.
We'll keep in touch, Sajida. We'll keep
Sure.
in touch. We'll work something out.
Yes. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Last question.
Naren, the last question.
Yeah, then we'll take it forward. Don't worry. There is one person who wants to ask a question, but he's not.
Sahil.
Sahil, can you unmute yourself, Sahil? I'm trying to unmute you.
Yeah. Again muted.
Yeah, go ahead, Sahil.
Hello everyone. So I have a question. तो मुझे मेंबरशिप कलेक्शन टूल के बारे में जानना था, तो क्या आप प्लीज बता सकते हैं? मेंबरशिप कलेक्शन टूल.
Yeah, he's talking about the Rotary India module, that is the membership module to collection due. So
Okay.
the club membership due module. So Gurjit,
So Naren,
answer this.
Naren, while you take it up, can you excuse me, please? I would need to be.
Yeah. So, yes, all the questions related to today's topics were taken up and greatly answered to everybody's satisfaction. Everybody's feedback, what we received today, that it was an excellent, to the point presentation, and which will be extremely beneficial for every Rotary Club if they follow these steps. I'm sure the retention of the members, the percentage will definitely increase. So thank you very much, Gurjit. Since you are in a new role on a higher position on the international arena on membership, we can claim that in India in Zone 4, 5, 6, 7, we will have more attention of yours, more tips. Not only that, whatever the feeling and feedback from us, you will convey that to the Rotary hierarchy and will try to implement some of those based on your experience.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. It was my privilege to be with each one of you, and Rotary India means so much to me, and I will continue working with all of you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you, Gurjit. Thank you. Yeah, let me ask the question. I think Sahil was asking about the club membership dues. So, friends, so this is the module which we have already given a presentation earlier. So, whoever wants to understand, of course, can go through this too. See, there is a module which we built to help clubs. So, please, all the president-elect, you can listen to this part. So, this is a module which is going to help you collect your club membership dues. That is, for example, imagine your club has got 50 members. From July 1st, your process starts in terms of collection of membership dues. How this can be simplified, how this can be organized, how this can be made in such a way that the accountability is simple is what we have built. So the concept here is, imagine you have 50 members. In one click, a communication can go to every member talking about their dues of members, the membership. That means even if there is a different pricing for each member, imagine in some clubs, a lady member has a different price, a male member has a different price, a couple membership is different. Does not matter. If Narendra Rao has to pay, say, example, say 30,000 bucks, but Kusum has to pay 25,000 bucks, she will get a link and a content for paying 25,000 bucks. I will get information to pay 30,000 bucks. In case you want to collect 50% of money in the month of July and the second part in the month of January, even that option is available, where we have built a module for club membership dues. So I'll just show you that for a second. So in case anybody wants to understand more, just focus on this part. The concept is very clear. Collect your 100% of dues without a single follow-up. See, the biggest pain is not collection of money. Biggest pain is keep calling up your senior members of the club. So the technology creates it by itself. So automatically a WhatsApp and an email will go to members on reminding them to make the payment. So that too, if someone has made a payment, he gets a receipt also automatically. At the same time, your record also gets updated. So there is no question of you missing the particular person. Okay, boss, he's already made a payment and he's still getting a communication. No. Moment, let's say I made a payment, I won't get a communication. The system will automatically take care of that. So anybody wants to go for a tool like this, please, you can raise your hand. We can help you out, build this tool for your club, customize to your club so that you will collect your membership dues on time. So there is a small cost to this particular module. This costs 5,999 rupees for a year, which includes everything that you need. When someone can make a payment by online mode or an offline mode, anything that you want to do, you can do it. I think Pinky has already shared a link there. So if anybody wants to click on that link and you can register your club for this tool, which is actually like really managing your headache. In the sense, you don't need to worry about those headache of collection of dues. The system takes care of it. So anybody has any other questions, any other modules of rotaryindia.org or RI zones 4567.org that we are talking about now. So please, you can ask questions or we can wind up today's meeting.
Before that, Naren, please show what is the next week's topic.
Next week we are going to focus on governor's official visit, or GOV, we call it as, or OCV in some districts. So we are going to help you understand how simple it is to manage your governor's official visit or GOV or OCV documentation, and how this can be automated. That is completely digitization of your GOV documentation is a topic. Very, very important topic, because it's going to save huge amount of time for every president-elect and secretary-elect in terms of managing these documents. So how RI zones 4567.org can help us in terms of managing this headache. So anybody else has any questions, or can we call it a day?
Yeah, please. So thank you very much, my dear friends. I hope you have enjoyed today's session, and please do join next week's session. And as Naren said, whoever gets the link can share the link to all their club members and all the Rotarians of their district. All the Rotarians across India are invited to join the masterclass.
And I can actually see one Ashish Patwari. A lot of
कोई
people.
प्रॉब्लम नहीं है ना?
Ashish Patwari is a DGND from
अरे
30.
सर क्या फर्क पड़ता है?
Thanks Ashish for joining today's session.
मैं आपको
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
मिलते हैं फिर सर. ओके सर. अच्छा वो सर उस दिन आ रहे हैं ना आप उस दिन होली मिलन है.
Yeah. So thank you, sir. We are closing the session. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Lenji, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kusamji.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.